I spent 4 days in a German hospital and only paid 40 euros, which sounds like a bargain, right? But the truth is that public healthcare here is much more expensive than you'd expect.
So in this video, we will show you the true cost of public health insurance for employees in Germany, how it affects your income, and the hidden fees that catch most foreigners off guard.
To start, we are going to show you how the German public health system works at its core.
Imagine healthcare is like eating out. In the US and many other countries, it's like an a la carte restaurant. Every dish has its own price, and if you want something special, you pay extra. But if your wallet is empty, you might have to skip a course or the whole meal.
Germany, on the other hand, is more like a buffet. Everyone pays a set price and you can fill your plate as much as you need. It's not always 5-star cuisine, but you'll never go hungry. And sure, sometimes you pay a little more for special items. That set price is the reason my surgery and hospital stay only cost me 40 euros out of pocket.
But what exactly is that set price that protects everyone from surprise bills and sky-high fees? It's your monthly health insurance premium, the ticket to the buffet. But here's a twist. A lot of people hardly notice they are paying it.
Why? Because it's automatically deducted from your gross salary. Your employer sends your share straight to the health insurance company, so you never have to think about writing a check or making a payment.
This system ensures that everyone chips in to access the buffet. So the next big question is, how much does this buffet ticket actually cost?
As an employee in Germany, your monthly public health insurance premium is about 11% of your gross monthly salary. But don't worry, there's a cap. If you earn more than 70,000 euros gross per year, you won't pay more than around 650 euros per month. This amount increases yearly though.
But this is actually not the real cost of the all-you-can-eat buffet. Your employer silently matches your contribution. So the real cost is your monthly premium times 2. An important thing to point out here is that the insurance is not tied to your employer though. It's tied to you. So no matter where you work, you'll always be insured.
But if the buffet is already paid for with the monthly premiums, why did I have to pay 40 euros extra for my surgery?
That's because just like at some buffets, a few special items require a small extra fee, a co-payment. Here are some examples. A day at the hospital, 10 euros.
Certain medications and prescriptions, 5 to 10 euros.
Calling an ambulance, 10 euros. And this one in particular raises the most eyebrows with our mentorship clients because that's unheard of.
And what if you want something that's not on the government-regulated buffet menu? You can always order a la carte as long as you pay for those extras yourself. For example,
an extra blood test to measure your vitamin D levels, 30 to 40 euros.
A preventative ultrasound of the uterus and ovaries, around 50 euros.
And a preventative PSA test, around 35 euros.
So, the buffet covers almost everything for physical health, with just a few small extra fees here and there. But when it comes to undiagnosed mental health conditions, expect a long wait, sometimes up to 6 months, and a mountain of paperwork before you can even grab a plate. Sad, but true.
One of our community members shared their journey to get an ADHD diagnosis. They chose to pay 600 euros out of pocket to skip the waiting line and get diagnosed in just 2 weeks. The good news here is that once they had the diagnosis, their medication became a regular item on the buffet, covered like any other prescription.
But there's one section of the buffet we haven't visited yet, and it's where the extra costs can really pile up. And that is dental care.
The basics are included on the buffet. A yearly checkup, tartar removal, pain relief, and standard fillings are all covered.
But when it comes to bigger ticket items like dentures or high-quality implants, these aren't on the standard buffet menu. They can easily cost thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of euros.
But no need to panic. If dental care is important to you, there's an easy way to expand your buffet. You can get extra private dental insurance, which about 25% of people in Germany actually have. The price depends on your age, but usually ranges from 25 to 50 euros per month.
So, if you want to feast on the full dental buffet without worrying about a surprise bill, that extra coverage might be your best bet. And now, here's a menu item that's a real game changer, especially if you're moving to Germany with a spouse and kids.
Because here's the deal. Your kids get to eat at the buffet for free. They're automatically insured under your policy. And your spouse is too, as long as they don't have their own income. One monthly premium and your whole family gets access to the same healthcare buffet. That's a huge relief for families.
So that's how the German health insurance buffet works. You pay a set price, get access to a huge spread of healthcare, and your family can join you at the table for free. Sure, there are a few extras you might have to pay for, and sometimes you'll need to wait in line for certain dishes. But overall, it's a system designed to keep everyone fed with peace of mind instead of crazy surprise bills that threaten your financial stability.
But here's the catch. To access this healthcare buffet as a foreigner, you need to be employed in Germany. So if you want to know what jobs foreigners actually get hired for and how much you can expect to earn, check out the next video here on the left. It's a must-watch if you're thinking about making the move.